Hello?
Hello, Gabe, Jay, whoever you are.
And again?
Yeah.
Just because Scream 7 came out?
No, nothing like that. I just want to play a game again. What door am I
Well,
at?
there's only one door to the apartment, dude.
Well then, looks like you've got this all figured out. Better go check.
Alright. Yeah, I call your bluff. What's the matter? No horror movie trivia this time?
I'm not waiting until Chinese New Year to kill you. I want to do it now. Better get to that review while you have time.
I was actually just gonna get to that, as a matter of fact.
Well, rest assured, I'll be watching.
Alright, just let me do the damn video. Not gonna lie to you guys, Scream 7 had like all the warning signs. I went to look up reviews for it, like literally the day before I went to see it, and there was nothing. Like, no Jeremy Jahns, no Chris Stuckman, no Cody Leach, and I'm like, that's a bad sign, dude. And then yesterday, hours before I went to see it, I saw Jeremy Jahns' review, and he gave it a dog shit rating. I'm here to tell you right now, I have never in the history of watching Jeremy Jahns' channel, disagreed with him more than his review for Scream 7. I cannot believe he gave that a dog shit rating. Dude, absolute worst. Like, a good time if you're drunk. Maybe. But, dude, this was a fun movie. And it had, like, real Halloween H2O vibes. And I think that, like, that was the whole point of the thing, you know? Like, they even, in one quick scene, it's a relatively simple slasher flick, but in one scene they do reference like Jamie Lee Curtis and how, you know, they keep bringing her back and stuff like that. So they're acknowledging like, look, the franchise kind of went a little bit off the rails, so here we go. And in all God's honesty, this one I enjoyed probably the most after Scream 2. There were some excellent kills, some excellent creative gory kills in this movie. There was a lot of parts that made you laugh, too. It had literally everything that a horror movie lover would want from a horror film. Neve Campbell was great. The sound design was amazing. I mean, like, especially for some of the kill scenes. It was just, like, really skeevy. I would say that this was actually probably my favorite after Scream 2. I'd say it goes Scream 1, Scream 2, and then Scream 7. If they had just done the original trilogy and then not bothered with anything after that, and then just done this, like, 30 years later, would have been like an almost perfect franchise. Scream 3 had a lot of flaws, but at least it kind of like, you know, wrapped up the trilogy kind of a thing. I always thought that Scream 4 was kind of like getting a little bit redundant. Like, if you wanted to do a good movie about remakes, then have a whole new cast with maybe like a cameo from one of the old characters. I was never like a tremendous fan of Scream 4. And then, you know, obviously the past two that came out, it's like there are things I love and hate about it. I don't like the fact that, you know, they have such a boner for Rian Johnson. I don't really get that. I also don't really get why they gave Dewey the actual like Last Jedi treatment. It's like, if you want to take on toxic fandom, fine, but like make sure that the toxic fans don't have a point before you do that. I don't know. Anyways, like this film was a real return to form in my opinion. And as I'm watching it, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. I'm waiting. I'm like, this is going to go awry any second now. And I kept waiting. I'm like, so far I really enjoy it. And towards the end of the movie, I'm like, I have to ask my friends after this, like, is this just me? Like, or was this actually quite enjoyable? And dude, legit, the second the credits roll, my buddy Adam just pops his head around the corner. He goes like, dude, Jeremy Jahns was dead wrong about this movie. And I'm like, oh, okay, it wasn't just me. And dude, everybody in the audience had such a blast. They're like, people were shouting at the screen and it wasn't even annoying. Like it was just a really, really, really good time. Yeah, I'm happy that they brought Kevin Williamson back, to be honest. And I think they did it on purpose. You know, initially, like, and again, even like with the fact that they didn't finish this trilogy, like I know that, you know, Marissa Barrera pissed off some Jewish bigwigs and the, you know, Spyglass or whatever the hell. But yeah, they were on the road to do like, it's basically their own trilogy. And then they just sort of crapped out on it. And so they're like, oh, hey, Neve Campbell, you know, it just screamed desperation. Screamed. But actually, not for nothing, man. It was pretty good, and it doesn't like at all discount or ignore the past two films that came out. There's direct references to them. Obviously, Randy's niece and nephew were in this, and I've always liked them. I thought that they were pretty good characters. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna be honest. I do not understand what all the negative hype about this movie is. I checked on Rotten Tomatoes. It might be different now, but the critic score was 33% last I checked, and the audience score was 78. And I'm like, what the hell happened here? But I'm even more shocked to see that people that I otherwise very much trust have either, like given this movie an absolute dog shit review, or in Chris Stuckman's case, at least to date, he hasn't done a review. If Chris Stuckman doesn't review something, he didn't like it, But anyhow, yeah, Scream 7, did you guys see it? What did you think? Let me know, please. As always, I appreciate your viewership. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And that's all she wrote.
Now you're dead.